and welcome. We all sometimes need a little encouragement in our lives. While everyone wants to succeed and achieve their goals, we might go through a phase where we feel stuck, and at that point, we would love someone to talk to us and tell us that everything will be okay. In Aspirational India, we try to bring you stories that will give you just that little push, as we show you how ordinary men and women from all walks of life are dealing with life's problems and obstacles and overcoming them. Many of these stories could be yours too, like reflecting our awareness of the need to protect the environment in the work that we do, like a self-help group in Korba, or opening up a cafe on the highway to share stories of overcoming failure, becoming self-reliant and never giving up hope. All that and more in the next 30 minutes ahead, and I'm Rukma with you. The COVID pandemic has taught us many lessons, among them the importance of protecting the environment. And perhaps because this realization has seeped into our lives, we have become more environment conscious, even in the celebration of our festivals. This Ganesh Chaturthi, many idol makers and various NGOs came up with unique and eco-friendly cow dung Ganesh idols. Our first story today is of a self-help group in Korba that seems to be taking the lead in this, and the response has been terrific. These Ganesh idols on display for Ganesh Chaturthi are not just the regular idols that flood the market during this time, but part of a unique initiative that has set them apart. A women's self-help group under the Pradhan Mantri Rural Livelihoods Mission has trained its members to make these idols that are in huge demand. Made from cow dung, when they are put in a tub filled with water at the time of immersion, they dissolve. And this mixture can be used for planting saplings. The cow dung powder is mixed with soil and other ingredients to give shape and structure, and oil for a final finishing. It takes at least 2 hours to shape and sculpt a single piece.
जो दवाईपुर की महिलाएं कर रही हैं वो बहुत ही सार्थक पहल है, बहुत अच्छी पहल है। आम नागरिकों से भी मेरा यही अनुरोध है कि वो घर पर ही जो है छोटी स्तर पर घर पे मोहल्ले में मिट्टी के या गोबर के गणेश जी बनाएं और वो उस मिट्टी का विसर्जन अपने खेत में या अपने फार्म में, किचन गार्डन में वो करें, ताकि वो खाद के रूप में भी यूज़ हो और आपके गणपति आपके घर पे ही रहें।
The making of Ganesh idols using cow dung serves more than one purpose. Its revival supports the small-scale handicraft artists and goshalas. Also, as they can be dissolved in a small amount of water, one need not go to a river for immersion. Idols are traditionally made from plaster of Paris, white chalk, also used as cement, which is inherently non-biodegradable.
The self-help group here has given us many opportunities that have given us employment and income. For this festival season, we were trained in making Ganesha idols with cow dung, and we joined because it was better than sitting at home doing nothing. We were paid well, and the training helped us learning something. These Ganpati idols made from cow dung are ideal for the present day. They are totally eco-friendly, as they can be immersed in water and can serve as fertilizer. You can keep them anywhere after the festival, in a flower pot or out in the garden, and they will crumble easily, nurturing your plants in the process.
This year, shopkeepers are doing better with cow dung idols more than clay idols. They are cheaper, and the women here have crafted each with great care and devotion. The fact that they are environment friendly is a great bonus. In addition to the cow dung-based fragrant substances like various leaves and spices are mixed with the dung base. Several centuries ago, Ganpati idols made out of cow dung were quite common. Now these women are reviving the custom and preventing water pollution, as well as creating manure for plants after the immersion, known as Visarjan. Vijay Kumar's report from Korba. She calls it divine mercy, Those who know her see it as the grit and determination of someone who has and always will inspire everyone who she comes across. A grandmother of 75, who Zubaydah Yaqub has just begun a new journey, pursuing a doctorate in Sufism, in stark comparison to others much younger in years who give up, has many more dreams she still aspires to, and anyone who knows her will tell you that she is sure to achieve each of them. Clad in pristine white, with a matching hijab covering her head, she always has a book. It is divine mercy, says 75-year-old Zubaydah Yaqub Khandwani, which propels her to seek knowledge regardless of hurdles she has faced. It is this joie de vivre, this positive energy that makes her stand out. When most septuagenarians hang up their boots and the prosperous ones amongst them either bask in past glory or pen memoirs, this gutsy grandmother has opened yet another chapter in her life. She is researching for a doctorate on Sufism.
एजुकेशन के लिए मुझे बहुत इंटरेस्ट था और
Everyone at home urged me to restart Decorate after I recovered. My family members, my children and grandchildren. I have always been very keen to learn, to study and acquire an education. I am 75 years old and am working to complete my doctorate in Sufi philosophy, which I had to give up midway due to various issues. So my work has begun again. The lockdown disrupted it somewhat, but soon it will pick up pace.
Many were the hurdles that came her way since she first set out on her path, among them losing her guide and husband, and falling and fracturing an arm. Someone else might have given up, but she did not. Tomes on Sufism, many volumes of the Quran and its commentaries, journals, history books, jostled for space at the Khandwani House, a heritage bungalow built in 1882 in Mahim. A family with a legacy of over 200 years, it is the fifth generation of the Khandwanis living in the same house.
सबने बोले अभी तबीयत ठीक है तो शुरू करो घर में भी मेरे बच्चों ने फैमिली मेंबर्स सबने बोले काय को अभी ये हाफ है तो पूरा कर लो तो इसके लिए कोशिश करें कि चलो उसको स्टार्ट करें मगर अभी लॉकडाउन वगैरह है तो उसमें ज़रा थोड़ी रुकावट है इंशाल्लाह चालू करेंगे फिर से
Zubaydah was barely 17 when her mother died and she was married. She dropped out of college, but later graduated in arts through a correspondence course, subsequently completing an LLB too. Her son Sohail recalls that there was a time when his mother, elder sister and he were at the same educational complex in Bandra.
हम लोग तो मानते हैं ख्वाजा गरीब नवाज को तो उनकी लाइफस्टाइल पे अच्छी भी मेरे को इंटरेस्ट हुआ तो मैं उनकी लाइफस्टाइल पढ़ने लगी और उनकी टीचिंग्स पढ़ने लगी तो उससे मुझे बहुत इंटरेस्ट हुआ तो मैंने इसमें सोचा कि चलो लोगों को गलत इम्प्रेशन है सूफीज़म का भी कि क्या मानो क्या एक सेक्ट है या कल्ट है तो ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है इट इज़ वन पार्ट ऑफ इस्लाम ओनली इट्स ओनली हाउ यू डू योर सेल्फ विथ इट कि इबादत करो दुनिया में रह के भी अल्लाह की इबादत करो अच्छे बनो यू हैव ह्यूमिलिटी नो ईगो ऑल दिस थिंग्स encouraged me to pursue it.
जो ये कर रही है तो ये एक इंस्पिरेशन है पूरे फैमिली के लिए भी नहीं बल्कि
My mother's passion for learning is an encouragement to all. She is an inspiration not just for me but for the entire community and society.
मेरे बच्चे भी देख रहे हैं now her third generation is seeing us as an inspiration. So we are very proud of her.
Zubaydah was drawn to Sufism as she began visiting mausoleums of Sufi saints like Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti in Ajmer, Nizamuddin Aulia in Delhi, Makhdoom Mahimi and Haji Ali. Inspired by Sufism's message of peace and brotherhood, she hopes to not only learn herself but to teach others as well. Her life and spirit are already a lesson for many. Kiran Brahmani and Tabassum Malik's report from Mumbai. It's time now for a short break, but there's more up ahead here on Aspirational India. Stay tuned.
नमस्ते इंडिया।
नमस्ते लैंड।
मरहबन इलल हिंद।
जरी इंडिया।
सलाम इंडिया।
नमस्ते इंडिया।
नमस्कार भारत।
मुई इंडिया।
नहनु हुनूर
इंडिया।
माँ हिंदी हस्ती।
हिंदियान।
सलाम हिंदुस्तान।
We are India.
It seems that failure tends to be more public than success, or at least that's what we perceive it to be. We fret it, we try to avoid it, and we question ourselves every time we have unconventional ideas. But the simple truth is, no great success was ever achieved without failure. It may be one epic failure or a series of failures, such as Edison's 10,000 attempts to create a light bulb, or Dyson's 5,000 or more attempts to invent a bagless vacuum cleaner. But whether we like it or not, failure is a necessary stepping stone to achieving our dreams. Our next story is a simple one of leaving failure behind to start afresh, demonstrating this wonderfully. Failure is not fatal, but failure to change might be, said a great writer. And everything you want is on the other side of fear, they say, particularly in the case of these three youth of Himachal. Once depressed and losing hope when repeated attempts at a government job ended in failure, they found themselves inspired by and responding to Prime Minister Modi's call for Atmanirbhar Bharat. Deciding to pursue newer means of livelihood, they started their own enterprise. Naming it the Humanity Cafe, they plunged into business, trying to sell good quality food to travelers on the way to Himachal in Nahan. Their aim was simple: to spread the message of hope and never give up or give in. That giving way to depression and drugs just because the desire is unfulfilled is to lose your humanity and let down yourself and your country.
हम एक्चुअली बहुत टाइम से गवर्नमेंट जॉब के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे थे.
We had actually been preparing for a government job for many years now. However, our studies were leading nowhere, and despite repeated attempts, we were not getting any results. So we decided that instead of spending our time just waiting around, we should explore other opportunities. Like PM Modi says that we should become self-reliant, and so we three friends decided to do something for our town. We started a cafe with an inviting atmosphere. It became very popular with families. As for the youth who come here, we always try to speak to them about staying away from drugs and other intoxicants. We also try to encourage them to never give up on their dreams and on life, because we tell them about the many opportunities before them and how they should not lose hope ever.
और जल्दी डिप्रेशन में ना आए, क्योंकि आपके पास बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं, आप उसको ग्रैब कर सकते हैं.
While they serve good food and have become very popular because of their prices and strategic location, they also try to ensure that their customers leave with something positive. Engaging in conversation with them, they talk about never giving up hope, of the benefits of self-employment and the need to take advantage of the many opportunities open to all. Moreover, their humanitarian mission is not just lip service. From the time they launched their business, each of them has contributed 5% of their income to charity every month.
हम यहाँ पे ऐसे ही घूमने आए थे, तो यहाँ पे नया कैफ़े देख के हम यहाँ पे रुके. यहाँ का फास्ट फूड वगैरह सब अच्छा लगा है हमें खाने का, और सबसे अच्छी बात है कि यूथ ने इसे स्टार्ट किया है, और मुझे लगता है सारे यूथ को एक स्टेप लेना चाहिए ताकि वो खुद भी अपने आप को एम्प्लॉय कर सके और दूसरों को भी एम्प्लॉयमेंट दे सके.
With every third person in India being a young person, from 10 to 24 years, India has the largest youth population in the world, giving us a unique window of opportunity. Important as future decision makers and productive citizens of the country, the concept of an Atmanirbhar Bharat has infused a new wave of hope and courage across society. Bureau Report, DD India. A green oasis emerges as one passes the tribal villages of Kesali Assembly constituency in Sagar district in Madhya Pradesh. 2 years ago, this was a barren land, but today 500 acres are cultivable. So hostile with huge boulders was this area that even machines could not operate, and villages were forever leaving their homes to labor elsewhere. Now, thanks to the efforts of 100-odd tribal farmers, supported by various government schemes, new shoots of hope are sprouting here. For, as Daniel Webster said, when tillage begins, other arts follow. The farmers, therefore, are the founders of human civilization. Residents here are starting to settle down, build homes and dream of a future. As Booker T. Washington said, no race can prosper until it learns there is as much dignity in tilling a field as in writing a poem. This is a story of transformation, of how a few tribal farmers turned over 500 acres of barren land into a fertile stretch with limited resources. The stuff of fairy tales, of changing destiny, in a land where rainfall is scarce and the soil hard, where migrant labor was the only source of income, as their own soil was so hostile. These tribal farmers of Kesali Assembly constituency in Sagar district showed they could achieve what was regarded as impossible. Seeking help from the government under welfare schemes, they were provided funds under Kapil Dhara scheme of Madhya Pradesh government to get water to irrigate the land. In addition, the farmers were given plows and tractors to level it.
500 एकड़ जिले में जो है भूमि को उपजाऊ बनाया गया है और इसमें 300 एकड़ तो केसली में ही लगभग जो है 105 किसान हैं जिन्होंने कि कभी उस ज़मीन पे खेती नहीं की थी, लेकिन इस योजना के तहत जो है वो अब खेती कर पा रहे हैं और इस बार पहली बार जो है उस ज़मीन से फसल भी प्राप्त कर रहे हैं।
Authorities say that when they were given the plot, it was good for nothing. But these simple farmers, with their hard work and toil, made it productive and turned it sustainable. The Department of Agriculture gave them seeds to sow in the newly fertile land.
हम मजूरी गुंजा करते थे तो हमें सरकार ने खेती दे पट्टा दे दिया, सुधार कर दिया, तो सरकार को धन्यवाद करते हैं।
Other villages too were inspired by this success. It meant working on your own field and reaping your crop. The process was hard, storing whatever rainwater they could, digging wells and softening the soil and waiting patiently. Less than 150 farmers worked day and night to earn their livelihood from their own plots. Only 20% of the work is being done by machines because of huge boulders blocking the way.
हमें ये ज़मीन मिली है वन भूमि अधिकार पट्टी द्वारा और सर हम किसान ही कर रहे हैं अब और मक्का बो ये साल और धान भी वो ये साल में रोजगार गारंटी के द्वारा पिलाऊ भी भाव और भी ज़मीन सुधर गई है और सर आशा है कि हमारे परिवार को भी पालन पोषण हो सकता है।
A local tribal farmer said when he recounted his experience about how they did not have their own land, nor did they have any source of income at one time. Converting a barren land into a fertile one was a difficult task. But when one sees something that is sustainable, one does everything in their might. Bureau Report, DD India. Time now for a very short break, but we'll be right back with more here on Aspirational India. So keep watching DD India.
नमस्ते इंडिया।
नमस्ते लैंड। मरहबन इलल हिंद।
इंडिया। सलाम इंडिया।
नमस्ते इंडिया।
नमस्कार भारत।
मुई इंडिया।
नहनु हुनूर।
इंडिया।
माँ हिंदी हस्ती।
मुंग हिंदियानी।
सलाम हिंदुस्तान।
We are India.
to read. The name says it all. But in today's times, when the concrete walls of classrooms have given way to computer screens, this is an NGO with a mission. At a time when 1.6 billion children and youth have experienced school closures due to the pandemic, and 463 million children, or 31% of students worldwide, are at risk of not catching up or dropping out of school entirely and cannot be reached by remote learning programs, this organization has not stopped teaching. Led by crisis response experts, local men and women with a deep understanding of complex community needs and cultures, plus strong government relationships, it is working for maximum impact and providing learning using the most powerful tools and media available locally. The World Bank is calling the COVID-19 pandemic the worst crisis to education and learning in a century. In its midst, Room to Read, India's literacy program, is the country's only children's education program by an NGO that is continuing to develop both literacy skills and reading habits. As an organization dedicated to education, they are doing everything to ensure that learning continues amid this surge. Their 600+ staff on the ground are reaching out to children and their families as they cope with COVID-19 suffering and losses to provide both crucial safety information and educational resources with remote learning methods and a variety of other tools.
ऐसे में मैं जहां सीखना वहां एक ऐसा राष्ट्रव्यापी अभियान है जो यह साबित करता है कि आप चाहे जहां हों, जैसे भी हों, किसी भी क्षेत्र या वर्ग से हों, आप घर पर पढ़ सकते हैं और इसमें रूम टू रीड आपके साथ है.
Using resources such as at-home literacy kits, parent handbook, read-aloud videos, radio and TV programming and interactive voice response storytelling, it is helping them enable children to continue their literacy journeys at home. Their social mobilizers are conducting active outreach to adolescent girls to help them use their life skills to navigate the crisis as it escalated.
हमने घर बैठे बैठे बहुत चीज़ें सीखी, मोर बनाना, चिड़िया कौवे बनाना, और हमारे मम्मी पापा ने हमारी बहुत मदद की. जो जो हमें चाहिए था वो ला के दिया. और मेरे मम्मी पापा ने हमें ये बताया कि कौन से पेड़ कहाँ पे उगते हैं और कौन सी चीज़ें नीचे उगती हैं, ऊपर उगती हैं. ये सब हमारे मम्मी पापा ने हमें बताया और हमारी पढ़ाई में मदद करवाई.
जब लॉकडाउन लग गया था तो हम यूट्यूब से वीडियो उठा के छोटे बच्चों के लिए व्हाट्सएप पे भेजा करते थे. फिर बच्चे जो सीख के फिर उसमें से जो काम होता था वो बच्चे लिखकर वापस मुझे सेंड किया करते थे. ऐसे बच्चों को मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्प करी. जो बच्चों को पढ़ना नहीं आया उनको पढ़ाया है.
लॉकडाउन में हमने बच्चों को आसपास की चीज़ों से काफ़ी चीज़ें सिखाई हैं. जैसे पेड़ के क्या क्या भाग होते हैं, पत्ते, पेड़ में फूल आते हैं, फल आते हैं, कौन कौन से फल आते हैं, और सब्जियां जो होती हैं, सब्जियों के क्या क्या फ़ायदे होते हैं, जानवर जो जंगल में होते हैं वो कौन से होते हैं. खेल खेल में बच्चों को सिखाना, जैसे घर में चीज़ें जो होती हैं, जैसे काउंट करो कितनी चम्मच है अपने घर में, तो उससे बच्चे काउंटिंग भी कर पाते थे और गिन पाते थे.
To ensure that children in the most remote and low-income areas can continue learning, Room to Read prioritizes interventions that do not depend on internet connectivity, which is largely unavailable in the areas it serves, but human connectivity, providing distance learning via channels that are most accessible to low-income children, including telephone, radio and TV broadcasts and the distribution of hard copies of educational materials. Their work is vital, especially in remote, far-flung and rural areas, working to provide the children of today with a sense of continuity, stability, socio-emotional support and positive engagement through learning. Bureau Report, DD India. And finally, an example of how the entire nation united in the fight against coronavirus. A story from a model jail in Chandigarh and an inmate who won an award as he became a corona warrior. Take a look. When the COVID pandemic struck, there was one commodity that each and every one of us needed, rich and poor, young and old: masks. And as expected, there weren't enough of them available anywhere. Both government organizations and NGOs, as well as individuals, worked overtime to fulfill this need. Among the institutions that did is the Model Jail in Chandigarh. Inmates of the jail started making masks almost immediately, with a target of around 800 masks daily to be made available for 10 rupees. A sample of the masks was tested by a team of local doctors for their efficacy. They were reusable and could be washed after 5 days of use and then be reused.
मॉडल जेल चंडीगढ़ इस तरह की प्रिजन है जहां पर कैदियों को एंगेज करना एक काम है और एंगेज करने के साथ साथ उनकी मेंटल हेल्थ, उनका जो साइकोलॉजिकल बिहेवियर है उस पे काम करना दूसरा काम है.
Initially, they were supplied to all departments to be used by officials on public dealing duties. Also, they were sold to the general public as well, as they received orders of 1,000 masks from various government departments. It was the inmates of the jail who did the work. Among them, 36-year-old Ashok Kumar was awarded with the Tinka Tinka India Awards 2020 for making the maximum number of masks during the COVID lockdown. He is among 17 inmates across India who have been felicitated with the award for prisoners and the staff of prisons.
मैं 250 से 350, 400, 350 ये प्रतिदिन बनाता हूँ जी. वो हमारी मेहनत को देख करके तिनका तिनका अवार्ड से मुझे सम्मानित किया गया और मुझे बड़ी खुशी हुई.
Kumar, who has been awarded in the special mention category, has been in Chandigarh's Burel jail since March 2020, and he made around 250 masks a day. Truly, the COVID pandemic was a crisis that crippled us in many ways, but also brought out the best in us as a nation, as we fought back unitedly and courageously, each doing our bit in our own way. Ankit Saxena in Chandigarh for DD India. Well, that's all we have for you in this edition of Aspirational India. We hope you enjoyed our show. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.